Sometimes songwriting is a dynamic process, and when you record something, you get an idea and you want to make a change. So let's say that I don't want to start right here on this verse. I want to put a 4-bar introduction in before this guitar hits. So I'm in grid mode. I'm going to move the guitar back 4 bars, bar 5. And then I'm going to move the drums back to bar 5. And then I'm going to use the loop trimmer, which just shows up automatically if you have a loop in the timeline. I don't want that heavy kick drum to be in this introduction. I want this to be kind of a floatier sound. So I'm going to double click this clip. And there are my kick notes at the beginning of the piece. There's the first 4 bars there. I'm just going to lasso here all those kick notes. Now I could delete them. That's a little hasty. I want to leave them in place in case I change my mind later. And the easiest way to do that is to mute these notes. So Command M on a Mac, Control M on a PC. We'll mute those notes. They stay in place, but they're just not active. So I have a nice energy from the side stick and the hat. That will guide me through my introduction. And it's time to lay down the guitar part now. Again, I want a floaty chord here. And because it would be impossible for me to hit the red button and begin strumming my guitar immediately, we use something called a count off. So it's already active here. That means it's going to give me 2 bars in front of the timeline to kind of set myself up for the part that I'm about to play. Seems to me the ideal count off is long enough for the performer to find their place and get ready to perform the part, but no longer than that. As a musician, I can tell you that it's often very frustrating when the producer or the engineer gives you an 8-bar run-up to what you're about to play. You're kind of psyched up, you're ready to do it, and now you have to sit through 8 bars of waiting. So try and be sensitive to that as you're trying to capture performances from artists. Now, I could give myself lots of time and set a 4-bar count off, but I think 2 bars is enough. And in the setup menu, under click and count off, you can tell click to only be active during certain scenarios and count off likewise. So I typically only want count off during record. I don't want to count off into playback every single time. So we're good there. Count off is active. It's 2 bars. I'm going to switch my input and play this guitar part. I did not set an out, so it actually carved into the original guitar part back here. And so do I have to do this over? Well, I can trim this to that downbeat, and then the information that was previously there before it got overwritten by this new part is still there. A probably more elegant way to do this is to set a start and an end, and then have Pro Tools punch in and then punch out. Let's take a listen to what we have now so far. There's a little piece there at the beginning that I'm not crazy about. I kind of rolled into the first chord. Let me see if I can pick up a piece from bar 3, and I want to be on the grid here, and see if I can slide it over to bar 1. For that, we use our separation grabber. Still want the Smart tool. I'm just going to Option or Alt-click on a PC and drag this over here and see what that sounds like. If I undo, set my start back here. Not much difference. All right, I think I'm okay with this part. I'm going to put a lead on here, which should kind of mask the fact that that chord is imperfect. Let's see how our new part matches our old part. I'm going to start here. Okay, let's do a little bit of a crossfade there. Pro Tools, when it's in grid mode, will try and write the fade to the grid and may not be what I want to have. Take it out of grid mode. Well, it's still being fussy, but let's see what it gives us. I think I like it coming in strong. So I think we're good. It's starting to take shape.